guys, and welcome to a Comp Nation preview. And I know this is a little outdated, and it's not really a preview since they are already released, but, we have the Intel Core i7 3930K and the Intel Core i7 3960K X. It's not really a preview, like I said, because they're already released. It's more of a comparison between the two. Now, before I start, I want to say these processors, with their price tag and the amount of power that they can put out, are not for the average user. These are for extreme enthusiasts and power users. So just be aware of that. This is more of a high-end processor. But they are both 6-core processors. They are both desktop processors, and they're both running the LGA 2011 socket type. So you can't downsize. You can't go. They're not backwards compatible with LGA 1155 motherboards. So if you already have a regular Sandy Bridge processor on the LGA 1155 socket, you are going to need to upgrade your motherboard if you decide to go with one of these two processors. They're both Core i7s, and they are both under the designation of Sandy Bridge E. And I believe the E stands for Extreme. I did a little research before I started the video, and I couldn't really find anything on it, but I'm pretty sure it stands for Extreme, although it could be Enthusiast. But I don't think it's Enthusiast. I'm pretty sure it's Extreme. And like I said, they're both 6-core processors. The name difference, the only name difference is the 30K and the 60X. Also, the price tag on the 3960 is also $50 more than the 990X 6-core processor. So you're paying a little extra, but this is also going to give you a little extra power along the way, which accounts for that extra $50. The L2 cache is absolutely the same. There's no difference in the L2 cache. There are 256 kilobyte per core. The L3 cache is shared in each processor. The 3930K has 12 megabyte of L2 cache. L3, sorry. And the 3960X has 15 meg of cache. They're both based on the 32 nanometer manufacturing process. They both have 64-bit support, and they both have hyperthreading. Now, hyperthreading is a complicated subject. Hyperthreading gives you basically 6 physical cores, and for each physical core you basically have an extra sort of virtual core that you can dump some of the load on. I'm gonna try and touch onto hyperthreading in a later video, so don't worry too much about that. But basically, all it is 6 cores and 6 hyperthreads. They both have the integrated 4-channel DDR3 memory controller. They both support Intel virtualization technology, and they both run on 130 watts of power, so make sure your power supply can handle it. And then another interesting fact, neither one of these come with a cooling device. Neither one of these come with a cooler at all. So, in addition to paying $1,050, you're going to be paying an extra. You would probably want a high-end cooler, so an extra anywhere from $50 to $150 on a decent cooler, especially if you're going high-end, because if you're going with a high-end processor like this, most people that go for this processor are going to want to overclock it. So you're going to want the extra cooling ability. Now, it's up to you as to whether you go with air or water cooling. I personally don't like water cooling because I don't like the idea of a liquid running through my system, because if one of those tubes springs a leak, then where are you at? That's my opinion on water cooling. I'm not a big fan because I just don't like that idea of the possibility of a a line rupture inside my system. It doesn't appeal to me. But I know many people like it, and it's up to you whether you go with air or water cooling. And also, keep in mind, again, on top of that, extra $150. So at the moment, you're probably at $1,200 if you're going for this one. You're going to be paying an extra anywhere from $150 to $300 or so for your motherboard, because a high-end processor like this deserves a high-end motherboard, especially if you're going to be doing a lot of that extra overclocking and the extra things you can do with a high-end processor like this. So be wary of that as well. That's going to put you up to probably anywhere from $1,300 to $1,500 on the processor, motherboard, and cooler alone. Plus, you're probably going to be getting a little more than 8 gigs of RAM, probably around in the area of 16 for a high-end processor like this, and a decent hard drive and a decent video card. So all in all, that puts you probably at over a $2,500 system. Just so watch out for the price tag. Personally, I'm going to be waiting for Ivy Bridge before I think about purchasing anything other than a 2600K. In the future, I believe the Ivy Bridges are going to be backwards compatible with 1155 socket. So personally, that's what I'm going to wait for, and eventually, if these come down in price, which I don't suspect they will anytime soon, because the 990X has been out for just about a year, maybe more, and it's still sitting at $1,000. So don't expect these prices to come down anytime soon, but that's where I sit. Just tell me what you think in the comments. If you want to spout your opinion, I welcome it. So that's all I've got to say. Thank you for watching this little product preview / comparison video of the Intel Core i7 3930K and the Intel Core i7 3960X Extreme Edition processors. Talk to you guys later. Bye.